Hi, whoever is watching this, and thanks. So I went to the library to do a Doctor Who, you watch the episodes and talk to people, and we made buttons. It was really cool. They had food. But I went there with my friends, and I got distracted by the books on the shelves, like I tend to do when I go to libraries and bookstores and anywhere else that has books. I don't know. But so I got a lot of them, and I was really excited about them. So I thought I would do a video, a book haul, which I've never done it before. So hang with me. Um, First is a book that my friend told me about. It's called Truth Witch, and it's about there's these lands called the Witch Lands, and some people are born with witchery. And there's different kinds of witchery. There's a truth witch, which is what the main character is. There's thread witches. There's blood witches. All kinds, like tons. But the problem is that truth witches are very, very powerful, and so a lot of people want to use her for their own personal gain. So her and her best friend, who's a thread witch, are trying to, break free of that and just kind of live their own lives. But there's like a war coming in the Witchlands, and so they meet this guy, the prince, and he's gonna help them. And that's what this is about, and it's supposed to be really good. Next is Alexander Bracken's new book, The Passenger. It's about time travel and pirates, and as far as I can tell, insta love. Um, so there's a girl named Edda, and she gets sent back in time, and she's a passenger on this guy named Nicholas's ship. And there's these people, the Ironwoods, and they want some stolen object that Edda has, and so Nicholas is going to try to help her stay safe and get that object back to them without her getting separated from him and her home. A lot of people have told me that that one is not very good if you don't like detail, but I'm one of those people that likes to know every thread in their clothing and every small detail about the setting, so I think I'm gonna love it. Next is the Illuminae Files. I think that's how you say it. So this one's kind of set in the future. It's very sci-fi. There's a little planet, and two big corporations are fighting over it, but there's people on the planet, and this is a collection. It's told in a bunch of weird documents and files and letters and stuff. It's just a collection of all that kind of stuff, telling us, whoever's reading it, about these two people that live on that little planet and how they're trying to stay safe and keep their planet out of the corporation's hands. Next is Rainbow Rowell's Carry On. If you don't know what this is, it's from her book Fangirl, where the main character, Kath, she writes fan fiction for a series called Simon Snow, which is basically their version of Harry Potter in that world. And Rainbow Rowell came out and said that she was going to actually write the fan fiction. So this is basically Fangirl's equivalent of if John Green wrote an Imperial Affliction. And I'm really excited about it. Next is, it's a series. I've already read this one. I've had it for a while. It's Laundry Park, and it's about this girl. She's an elite, and she's wealthy, and she's having a party, and something goes wrong, and then she meets a guy who's basically just shows her how messed up her lifestyle is and how the world around them is very corrupt, and how she can help with that. So it's really good, and I've been waiting for the sequel for a while, and I finally got it, and it's Jubilee Manor. So don't know what is going to happen, but I'm very excited. This is the sequel and the conclusion, not trilogy, like most books are these days. But I remember very much liking Laundry Park, so I'm excited for this. Next is Sarah Dessen's Saint Anything. So it's about a girl, and she kind of feels invisible next to her family, and then she meets this other family that she's just totally fascinated with, all the different people, and I guess how bold they are and their personalities and everything. and you know, it's a Sarah Dessen book, so it's gonna be great, but also the cover is just beautiful, so I think it's gonna be fantastic. Next is the Humans of New York Stories collection. Humans of New York is like a Facebook group thing that the guy goes around New York streets and talks to people and asks their stories, and you know, asks questions about them and takes pictures, and I really like that kind of stuff, so I got this. It's just a collection of a bunch of people that he met on the street. Next, this one I didn't get from the library. It's the only one. It's called Wolf by Wolf. My friend gave it to me. You know, she let me borrow it. Thanks. It's about, it's an alternate universe where World War II went very much differently, and Hitler did not die, and so, you know, bad things are still continuing to happen, and there's the main character. She is on a race to kill Hitler, because, you know, that's what needs to be done. Next, these two are also in the series. This one is Queen of Shadows. It's the fourth one in the Throne of Glass series, and this is The Assassin's Blade. It's the prequel to Throne of Glass, and it's a bunch of novellas of her time. The main character, Selena, it's her time before the events in Throne of Glass, and she's an assassin, and she lives at this place called the Assassin's Keep, which is just, you know, what it sounds like. And this is her adventures as an assassin before the events with her becoming the king's champion and getting sold into slavery. So, yeah. Next is also a Sarah J. Maas book. She wrote the Throne of Glass series. It's called A Court of Thorns and Roses, and it's a retelling of Beauty and the Beast. So there's a girl, and she kills a wolf in the woods one day, and this very wolf-like guy, you know, the Beast, comes to her castle, and he's like, as her punishment, she comes with him, and, you know, falls in love somehow. Haven't read it, so I don't know how it works. And finally is Happily Ever After by Kiera Cass. This is a lot like Assassin's Blade for the Throne of Glass series that I got, except it's for the Selection series, and it's all the novellas that she wrote about this series. It also contains like an epilogue to the one, which is the third book in the series. So people who wanted more, you know, you got it. It also has a couple chapters from the Selection series in Celeste's point of view, and Celeste is one of the contestants in the Selection, and, you know, almost everybody falls in love with her character, so we got more. So I'm really excited about it. I've wanted to get this for a while. I finally did. So that's all the books I got right now. It's going to take me a couple weeks to read them, but when I do, I'll make another video about my favorites, like as a review, which ones I recommend and which ones I don't, which I'm not very picky, so it'll probably be most of them. But yeah, thanks again for watching, and leave a thumbs up because that's something you're supposed to do, new to this YouTube thing. And yeah, thanks.